Hello and welcome to St Peter and St Paul's Church, Tasley, just outside Bridgnorth. I'm here to give you a quick demonstration of the organ. It's a very small instrument, only one manual, no pedals and only 4 stops, but it's a rather nice instrument all the same. The early history of the instrument isn't really known, however there is a plaque on the organ which says that it was presented to Tasley Abbott's Church in memory of Alfred Darby, Squire of Coalbrookdale, by his widow. And it says that he died at Stanley Hall on the 14th of April 1852. So we don't know if the organ was new then, if they ordered a new instrument, if it was a second-hand instrument that they had or they sourced from elsewhere, I don't know. And we're not sure who built it. However, we do know it was rebuilt in 1873 by J.W. Walker and Sons of London. I'm not quite sure when it was built in this church. I believe sometime in the 1930s. And the church it stands in is a Victorian church from 1840, which replaced an older building on the same site. And in fact, this site is a very elevated site. As you'll probably see from some of the pictures and videos coming with this demonstration and other pieces. And it's the highest point in Bridgnorth, and we think it's probably been a site of Christian worship for a very, very, very long time. So, let's have a little look through what we have. The best place to start with this organ is the stop diapason. The knob says stop diapason 8-foot tone, and that stop is full compass, as you probably would expect. However, the bottom octave of it, from B downward, is the only 8-foot bass in the organ, and that's always on, which is it's a grooved bass. So even if there's no stop sound, the bottom octave still plays. Because the open diapason, because of the size of the instrument, is only tenor C. So the stop diapason is full compass, and this is a very beautiful stop. I know the tuner is very keen on it. It's a really nice flute sound, stopped flute, as the name would suggest. It's really beautiful. This is what it sounds like. And then let's hear the open diapason, which, as I said, is tenor C. So the bottom octave comes from the stop diapason. This is also a very beautiful stop, and you'll start to hear that this is quite an old sound. The stop diapason is really beautiful, and this open diapason is quite horn-like, almost a bit reedy. Really, really nice sound. compare that. Those are the only two 8/4s on the organ. To compare those two, so here's the open. And here's the stopped. And then here's the two together. So they blend really well and they're really nice on their own. They just sort of bulk each other out a bit when we put them together. And then from there we can start building up the chorus. And this organ actually has a pretty good chorus. It's got a diapason chorus of 8/4-2 and a flute. So here's the 4/4 principle actually on its own. Now something that you have to bear in mind is that of course the bottom octave is always on. So if you're playing with a stop like this, you have to be aware that suddenly you end up with an 8/4 bass as well. But here's the principle alone. How? That the organ really has a really lovely mellow sound, really beautiful. So if I add the stopped, it doesn't really make much of a difference, but it just adds to that sort of warm sound, which is so beautiful. Makes this organ so attractive. Really nice sound. And then the final stop is this 2/15. So as I said, a pretty good chorus. And this is quite a big 15th. It's you really notice when it comes on. This is how it sounds alone. With the principle. And with the open. So if you were to build up from quietest to loudest, starting with the stopped, you get stopped, open, principle 4, 15th 2. bonus, but when you've got that 15th and things, and the 4th principle to add to the chorus, you get that really nice bright sound. I mean, sometimes it sounds a little bit squeaky, but most of the time you've got enough foundation that it really balances out really, really well. Now, combination-wise, obviously there's not much you can do in the way of different combinations or obviously solo effects, but there's a few things. So you can put the principle just with the stop diapason rather than with the open as well. It can sound like this. Rather than with the open too. It makes surprisingly little difference, but does make a difference. And then you could have a gap registration, have the stop diapason, and the 15th, which could sound like this. That's kind of about it, but it is surprisingly versatile. Obviously there's no pedals and only one manual, so obviously that limits you, but there's a lot you can do. It's perfect for what it's designed for, what it's here for, which is playing hymns, and relatively simple repertoire at the beginning and end of services. It's a joy to play this organ, and this was actually, I think, the very first organ I played. So it's got some special memories for me as well. I used to play it at the end of services and probably make a terrible record. I send you out with a piece that I've featured on my channel before, on another one manual organ I recorded, but it just works so well on this organ as it did on the other one, so I thought I'd share it with you again.